Hello, Twitch, YouTube, and I decided to do TikTok as well. So I am a glutton for punishment tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blind Press channels. I hope you're all having a good Monday evening. It was Thanksgiving this weekend here in Canada, and holy crapola, was it ever a rainy one? If you were in southern Ontario, at least. It's still raining, so yeah, it's been interesting. Um, but yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving. We had our first like actual turkey dinner, Thanksgiving dinner in our new house. So we had a nice big turkey and some roasted potatoes and some peas and corn. And then today, Driving Ape made a big, like a deep dish apple pie and made some applesauce. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good weekend. Um, so yeah, I hope everybody had themselves a good weekend. We're gonna do some videos for the first part of the stream, and then we are going to move on to some gaming because I am going to only have about an hour to stream tomorrow. And Tuesday is a gaming day, so I'm going to just be doing a short game stream in the morning. Um, so I wanted to cover all of my bases tonight, get some videos in, and get some gaming in, cover a good stream. Um, so I hope that you guys are ready to join in the fun. If you're on TikTok and you want to hear the videos that we'll be watching, come to youtube.com/blindpress or twitch.tv/blindpress so that you can hear what I will be reacting to. Also, it will help you hear the gameplay and how I play by sound when I switch to Mortal Kombat. So, we have some interesting things to watch today. We have some cop vids. Let's see, which ones did I pick? Which one did I pick here? Hold on. Where am I? I need to be over here. Okay. So, we have... How many cop videos do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes. And the last video is a transition into Mortal Kombat. Okay. So we've got some body cam video. We've got an audit the audit. Just some fun different things to look at. But first, Jean-François Gueripé rage quit an interview with a tiny ass YouTuber. Literally, she's like a step up from me. She's got like 4,000 followers. So she's literally just a tear up from me. And he agreed. It's Laura De Laguna, and he agreed to be interviewed by her. What the hell? Why is... There we go. Ah! Go away. There we go. Okay. So this Laura De Laguna chick is interviewing Jean-François about Mama JF and her disappearance. And we're gonna take a look and a listen and see. Hey, Spittle Buggies. Boxing Day is... You're lurking today? Don't worry. Hello. Hey, unit. Boxing Day is the 26th of December. That is what you're thinking of, Spittlebuggies. So let's take a listen to this Laura De Laguna chick.
The police is able. Was okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. He comes in before 36 minutes. Okay.
How long has she had?
Oh, God.
That's when you drop her off.
I sleep.
Okay, so way before 36 minutes.
Absolutely.
Hold up. I'm trying to get to the right spot first.
Disorders?
No,
well, you
but I would.
told me he came in at the 36-minute mark.
It's the wrong direction.
Okay, well, I misheard you.
And okay.
Okay, I'm gonna switch scenes in a moment. I just wanted to get to the correct scene. Okay. Boom! Live scene. Okay. Let's take a listen. Oh, Jesus.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lauren De Laguna.
She sounds like I used to when I
sit for the crowd.
Jean-François Guéripé.
Jean-François Gariepi.
Guéripé. Oh, I apologize.
Beautiful. You said it. Wow, that is such an accent.
Oh my God! Stop kissing the guy's ass. It's a French accent. Jean-François Guéripé. See, I can do it too. Bonjour. Comment ça va? See? It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah, it's a nice name.
Who's this this close to naked person on the thumbnail? Is that you?
Yeah, do I not look like my
this
picture?
Close to naked person
well,
on the
I don't know, with the weird face I wasn't really recognizing. So what motivated you to put yourself close to naked on the thumbnail?
Oh shit! This is supposed to be an interview for her interviewing him, and he's immediately started interviewing her. That's not manipulative at all, but okay.
That's a great question. I thought I was going to be doing the interview, but here you
called him out. Who am I arguing with? I'm not arguing with anybody. This is see TikTok again. Come over to YouTube and Twitch, and you can hear the videos I'm looking at.
I took all my thumbnail pictures the same time I was doing a photo shoot, and I forgot to bring a cover up, and I thought it would be funny, and I never realized I'd be interviewing someone about their missing wife, and here we are.
Wait. She's a true crime channel. And she thought it would be a good idea to do her thumbnails for her true crime channel at the same time as she's doing a sexy photo shoot? Okay. That's kind of two different things. I don't think I would have done that, but alrighty then.
I have been using that same picture for other thumbnails as well. But anyway, I actually want to, before we get started too deep into, this really painful situation that you're going through, because I really empathize, I can't imagine what it must situation that you're going through, because I really empathize, I can't imagine what it must be going through to be dealing with a missing wife.
Did she just say, I can't imagine what it must be going life through to be dealing with Is she blonde? I think she must be blonde. No. As a brunette, I strongly disavow this vapid person.
I do want to get into who you are, because you're a fascinating person in yourself.
Okay.
So can you tell me about your education, your educational background, and your career?
I thought I was bad at interviewing people. And she's got almost 5,000 subscribers. This is making me again want to jump off a tall building. Why do all these people who, like, don't give a fuck about their production value have so many fucking subscribers? I don't get it. Okay, anyway, moving on.
Well, I'm a biologist, and I've done some research at the doctoral level on the brain, how the brain controls basic behaviors like respiration and locomotion. And I've always been interested. Ultimately, my question is, how does human society emerge from brain and biological reactions in the brain? That was what motivated my research career. And eventually, after doing my PhD on more basic stuff, I moved on to monkey research. So I started studying communities of
monkey research? That's a very strange... I moved on to monkey research. He was so, like, descriptive in his... I was, studying how the brain, how brain chemistry drives behavior in humans, and, how society can emerge out of biological and brain chemical processes. And then I went on to monkey research. That's so basic and vague.
Moved on to monkey research, so I started studying communities of monkeys, and I studied them while they were interacting socially.
What? That's true. At least it wasn't pregnant trout.
See what are the brain mechanisms behind monkey social interaction, because ultimately I see human society as a bunch of monkeys yelling at each other, threatening each other, and just forming alliances.
He's not wrong. I hate to say it because I don't like JF, but he's not wrong. Human beings are just monkeys with language. We are from the great ape family. We are like apes that can speak. That's what humans are. I don't... I think Scribe is doing a book review show with... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Scribbles, no. Any bets? Anyone want to put money on whether he has a migraine by the time he's done with that?
So I thought that the monkey was a good model to understand what were the evolutionary roots of our complex political and social behaviors. I was not super satisfied by the amount of things I was let to do and the extent of the freedom that is left to an academic. When you're...
Well, no, you're an academic. You don't get freedom. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on to this.
Bees genetically,
some other stuff
revolution, human being.
Oh my God, he's still talking about himself. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I'm getting triggered with memories.
There are two forms of evolution.
Oh my God.
The kind of complexity.
Bees evolve, right?
Kind of blueprint produced copy of it that merely acts phenotypically. You must always be the reproductive agent in your chain of transmission, or else you become a sterile worker like the bees. So what I'm saying is that
6 minutes. Yeah, I've skipped fucking... when I started skipping, we were at 1:55. We're now at 6:55. And he's she asked him about his education. Don't ask the Quebecois man about himself. Ever. Never do that. You know why? Because they never shut the fuck up. They never shut the fuck up. Ever. You could be like, oh, well, what about... No, hold on a second. Hold on, I wasn't done. They'll always do that. And then you'll look at the time, and I'll be, fuck, I asked him an hour ago about high school. Jesus Christ. And it just never stops. It never fucking stops with them. Ugh.
At once a central AI in,
Yeah, I was
in
just
sys-
actually going to bring up the bees. I mean, the bees evolve, right? And they serve
Yeah.
queens. So wouldn't they kind of
Oh,
disprove
somebody on
your
TikTok doesn't
theory
think
a
I
little
have
bit,
clothes
or
on.
no? What am I missing?
Well, I'm not saying it's not evolution. It is evolution. And if
Okay, skip.
I'm creative in something that wasn't expected, and that is to me the gift of sexual selection.
What?
So her live chat's at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
And it's like, get on with it. Let's go. What about Mama JF? Let's go. It's really funny. You're getting there. I think it only spends like 16 minutes, so you'll be there shortly.
Okay. When I talk of a drive for intelligence that
Oh my Jesus.
Stuff like her physical appearance.
Finally!
the more clear skin, the more young she appears within boundaries of being capable of producing babies now will be what's attractive to males. I'm not an exception on this.
Okay, well, that's a lot about like the physical stuff, like her physical appearance. What about her like emotional or her intellectual? Do you care at all about that? Does that matter to you?
Being a very high IQ person and kind of a crazy genius type of guy,
Oh, of course you would call yourself a high IQ person and a crazy genius type of guy. Oh. Gross.
I am extremely charmed at complex female minds. But
You're
that is
charmed? You're charmed by complex female Oh, you condescending prick. I am extremely charmed by complex female minds. I bet you there are some females that could think you out, like just outthink you in leaps and bounds.
that is a rare thing. There's not much guys out there who care that much about it. Most people want to
Really?
establish some kind of low level, I respect you, I kind of understand you type of relationship. I am stunned when I see special women, and I've known some of the weirdest women in my life. I've been working in a psychiatric clinic in my life, and so I've been exposed to extreme diversity of all.
Why do all the crazy ass narcissists work in psychiatric departments? Is it so they can learn how to fuck people over better? I swear to God, all the people who are crazy narcissistic and manipulative and shit, they study psychology. They work with psychiatry. They it's like they want to know exactly how to hurt people. Let's see. Yeah, Costin, how was your turkey day? Did you have turkey? Okay, here we go.
All the sorts of minds out there. There are women with delusions. There are women with a sense of dark humor that I would never see in. I would see only one in a million women who can do that, kind of jokes.
Is that an attraction to you? A woman with a like for instance, like the type of women that you met while you were working in that psychiatric clinic, like women with interesting psychological needs?
I never dated any woman that I encountered in the psychiatric clinic, but they gave me an idea of the diversity of what's out there. And
just you needed to work in a psychiatry clinic to get the idea of what diversity was out there in women. Okay.
that otherwise as included in the
Where's Mama JF?
social interaction.
Like, because you find these types of attractions interesting, these mind attractions interesting, have you found that the women that you have dated tend to have had, various mental disorders?
Oh, Aga, well done. I will give her that. That was well worded. That was very well worded, because that's a hard one to bridge. Why do you always date women that seem to have developmental delays? That was good on her part.
No, but I would say I am open. And being an open guy has attracted women like this to me at different times in my life. But I wouldn't say that I seek them. This is something that women have a hard time understanding. But you women are choosing your males, right?
Pardon? Uh,
And
Yeah.
maybe you can tell me about how you date, but it's my impression that you do a lot of selection. Do you?
I do. Yes, I'm pretty.
So tell me about the criteria. Like, if you were to establish whether you accept
why is
a
he
man,
interviewing
what would
her
you be
about
looking
her
for
dating
first?
stuff?
Oh,
No, don't entertain that. Laura, don't entertain
what
that.
would I be looking for first? I think this might sound shallow, but I think originally I would want some sort of physical attraction, some sort of chemical attraction, and then after that, I would like an intellectual attraction. So and for me, I would like my partner to be like sufficiently intellectual so that I can have interesting conversations with them, so that I can know that we're on the same page when it comes to difficult decisions. And so, that's something that's attractive to me, like someone who is mature enough to be in a emotional relationship, someone.
Yeah, like freaking there are some times where Driving Ape and I will sit on the phone while he's driving. We'll be talking about freaking geology and astronomy and freaking politics and just all sorts of shit, because you gotta have stimulating conversation.
Beauty, we will fuck. Well, they
Wait,
will
what?
try to make up a story like, oh yeah, I like girls like this or like that, just to satisfy you that they have criteria. But the reality of male dating in this world is that any woman that is at a minimal standard above a threshold that we have in our brain in terms of beauty, we will fuck. That is just what dating is for males. And so yes, because you have that rule and because I'm an open guy, it means to sometimes bizarre women that I have dated. But it's
What the fuck does this even?
Kids.
Yes, I radically oppose to any adult human being being interfered by the judgment of others on their decision making, no matter how bad you may think it is.
Alrighty.
What does that have to do?
So the super chat was, should the less intelligent be able to get into relationships and have children?
And I understand that to a certain point, because you have a constitutional right to be a parent, but then again, for instance, if somebody has.
Since when is there a constitutional? Where does it say in the Constitution everyone has the right to be a parent? I mean, I guess life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness qualifies as being a parent, but there's no actual language that says.
Oh, I got it. The second. Because women bear children, right? Children have arms. So women have the right to bear the arms of children. There we go.
Okay.
Has harmed children in the past, you could lose the right to be a mother in the future or father in the future if you've shown to be abusive towards children. But you're right, if you haven't committed a crime yet, if you're just low IQ.
We're at 21 minutes and we haven't talked about Mama JF yet. This is a 54-minute stream. We are at 21 minutes and not a single mention of Mama JF yet.
You have a good point there. Let's try this one. Okay. So first of all, Mama GF isn't your wife, right?
Finally!
She's not technically my wife. We are not married. We are common law spouse, but I consider that she is my wife.
By common law spouse, how long have you lived together? And is there a statute within the place that you reside that allows you to like have some sort of legal connection for it to be considered a marriage of
Well,
sorts?
Yes.
we are together since 2018. We are common law spouse by the standard of the government, but that's not what I care about when I say I consider her a wife. I just consider that our interests in life have been tied forever by the time we have spent together, and I consider that I will always defend her interest and that we are bound to each other forever, even if she gets other boyfriend. I consider that we are. There is no way to detach what has been done in reality and what has
Wait, back that up?
her a wife. I just consider that our interests in life have been tied forever by the time we have spent together, and I consider that I will always defend her interest and that we are bound to each other forever, even if she gets other boyfriend. I consider that we are. There is no way to detach what has been done in reality and what has been produced from our union.
Okay, no, nobody's asking you to like erase the memories and the products of your union, but like she's been gone for 4 months, and if she does get other boyfriends, clearly she doesn't want you anymore. So how can you just sit there and she's always gonna be my wife, even if she has other people? Like, okay, a little possessive.
That's beautiful sentiment.
No, it's a creepy, possessive sentiment, Laura. Oh my lord.
Really love that. Is there a
I
reason
really love
that you
that,
didn't
she
get marriage?
says.
Is it because of the ideology that you're not really a proponent of government?
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
I don't particularly need marriage. I don't think that at this point marriage means anything in an
Okay, I know that you are good at speaking English because you're fluent in English. Stop pronouncing the letters wrong. It's not marriage. It's not ultimate. And you know it. Stop it. Stop it, crazy genius man. Fuck. I'm a crazy genius guy, and I am going to speak English wrongly, even though I am speaking English fluently.
in and of it as a legal entity these days. So to me, marriage is a strategic question. And it's a strategic question about who has the most money and who, on the other hand, will be potentially draining the money of the other when the divorce happens and the assets are split.
When the divorce... Oh, not even if the divorce happens, but when. Lovely. Lovely.
And so marriage in and of itself has no meaning to me. The legal aspect of it. To me, marriage, what matters about it is the commitment between the two humans. And that commitment can be done in front of a tree, in the forest, in a park. I don't care.
In front of a tree in the forest? Oh my god, JF, why are you so ridiculous?
But you've been married before, right?
Yes, because there were times in the past where marriage was a good strategic decision.
Why? Did your ex-wife have more money than you and you knew you could take half of it in the divorce?
In terms of combining assets, in terms of living in the same country, in terms of, all these legal advantages. And there are then other times of my life where marriage ended up not being the solution because the distribution of assets between the two spouses is ultimately what determines who has leverage in a marriage.
Why are you thinking of marriage like leverage and I hate how people think of it like this. This is why marriages keep failing. Because we have all these people acting like a marriage instead of it being a loving partnership is completely a business thing. And like, I thought we had gotten away from that when kings stopped, marrying their cousins and trying to form alliances with different countries. Like, why are we back to marriage as a business thing now?
And is your missing girlfriend, is she your first baby mama?
Ew. Why do you gotta call it baby mama? And I'm not playing right now. I'm watching videos, but it's totally a psychological thing because you gotta think when you play fighting games. It's not just button mashing. There's strategy involved. You've got to think about what your opponent is doing. You've got to think, when do I block? When do I unblock? When do I take my turn? When do I attack? When do I defend? So yeah, it's a very strategic thing.
Well, I've already indicated to you that I would not answer anything concerning children. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't think. Sorry, I was trying to get I was trying to get around asking kids, but I was trying to see if they would. Because I don't want to ask anything that would like expose your family, but I do want to know like your relationship history and if you have.
What I often say is I am really satisfied by life. I have produced many projects, family projects that I'm satisfied with.
Ew. He calls his children projects? Family projects. I have produced many family projects. Wow, dude. There are bodies. I mean plural.
Through many families, and I have an extreme gratefulness for what the physical universe gave me in terms of links to these projects.
What the fuck does that even mean? Does anyone know what that means? JF is just gross. Ugh. JF is just absolutely disgusting. I cannot with this person. He is just... Ugh. Ugh.
Okay.
See, she's even like, sure.
That's an interesting... Projects is an interesting term to use when describing familial life, but yeah, okay.
Right? She's like, Laura is even at this point, she's like, I don't know where to go now because I've never heard children described as projects.
And can you tell us about your daily routine right now? Like what you're doing on a day-to-day now that you're living?
No, skip.
Checking if I have work, if I can do, what are the big news items today.
On a different show that you've been, I do want to make sure that you've been doing okay, because I would imagine losing your wife, so you used to live, with your wife, your entire family, and now you're living by yourself. How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing mentally? You also have an empty fridge, you said, and you're doing a lot of takeout. I would imagine this is a really tough time.
No, he said he doesn't like to have the fridge packed with all the vegetables. He just wants mustard and relish, and that's it. That's what he said. That's what he wants in his fridge. Well, he has children living in the house. He just wants mustard and relish in the fridge. That's it.
So
what
I'm
is
just
this
like,
takeout thing? I don't do takeout.
What do you do to feed yourself?
Just because I mentioned in the pre-show that I went to the restaurant.
Oh no! On a different no, I'm not using stuff.
Okay, you were asking if okay. I thought you were stating that I said that I was doing takeout. No, I actually there's not much takeout options around where I live.
What are you
of
just
course,
going to restaurants today?
The description of my fridge was an exaggeration that I've done on a show to describe the fact that I felt relieved that my fridge was no more packed with extreme amounts of vegetables. Of course, my fridge is filled with plenty of food, and I am in no need of care, supervision, or empathy, or need of concerns.
How can if all the vegetables are getting eaten, how can your fridge be extremely overpacked with what is extremely overpacked with vegetables? Would JF consider my fridge extremely overpacked with vegetables and fruit, with like the lettuce and the grapes and the tomatoes and the carrots and what the fuck does this mean? Why am I doing this to myself?
Around my survival and my household.
Well, I mean, having a missing wife, I would imagine, would be extremely difficult. No?
I live well because while my wife is missing, she has been missing from a trip that she has engaged in consensually. So,
yeah, she does, and it's kind of sad. She's asking surface level questions. She thinks she's being intelligent and cagey, and she's not. She's asking surface level questions.
See, this chick I've realized what this chick is. This chick is mysterious as a child, and she believes that she can solve the case of the missing potato.
Yeah. See, I read one Nancy Drew book and went, well, that was a stupid story, and didn't read any more Nancy Drew books. Same with the Hardy Boys. I read, well, that was a rude way of asking. Jesus. People on TikTok have never heard of multi-streaming before, apparently. Alright then, what am I yapping about? I am watching videos on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm also have the TikTok live stream up, hoping that people will come check out the Twitch and YouTube channels, because I have, 52 more to go to hit 500 followers on Twitch, and 24 more to go to hit 1,150 subscribers on YouTube. So I'm trying to get those views and those subscribers up. So that is what I am yapping about.
My wife left. Mama JF left consensually. She wanted to go away, and I'm fine with what she has decided.
She left consensually. Okay, that's a strange... Even if you're thinking in French and speaking in English, saying that she left consensually is a very weird way of saying that.
She wanted to go away, and I'm fine with what she has decided. I don't have to have worries for her because I trust that she has all of the survival skills to survive on her own, even if she doesn't want to communicate with me. So the person who has declared my wife missing is a group of policemen. It is not me. As far as I'm concerned, my wife told me she was going away, and she seemed to be wanting this. So,
hey, honey. If I said, hey, I want to go away for a bit, and I didn't come back for 4 months, would you think I was just gone away, or would you think I was missing at that point?
I have no comment.
Because, I'm sorry, nobody's wife goes on a trip and just doesn't communicate with the person, especially with their kids. They could go on vacation, like they could go on a holiday or something and be pissed off with their spouse, but they'll still fucking call the kids. Like, Jesus Christ. And they've been together since 2018, so these kids are not like older teenage kids, right? These are young kids that would still really want their mom.
Rumor has it, I think there's a newborn too.
Oh shit.
Because Somebody said something about that, but we do not know for sure because they disappeared for a long time. So.
Don't worry. He has many family projects. It's fine. He's okay.
Well, I don't consider her missing. I simply consider her not wishing to contact me.
Yeah. Do you mind if we just like? I know you've already gone over the story, but do you mind if we go over it again, just because?
Yeah, we can go over it.
So so like June 17th, that's when you drop her off, right?
Yes.
And where exactly did you drop her? Like, you don't have to say like the geographical location, but did you drop her off at the bridge or at the gas station? Because I think that was like a point of contention. Like,
I dropped her off at a gas station that is located at the very entry of an important bridge in Canada.
Okay, so he dropped her at like some rest stop area. Okay.
okay. And when you went to that gas station, did you pump any gas?
Did I pump in any gas? I don't remember. I may have. I may not have also, because we're talking about a 1-hour drive, so I would have to check my credit card, but because I've never needed to check for it, because I know that the police who have investigated this drop-off, they know that it happened.
Okay, they know that it happened. Awesome, good. But why would you drop the mother of your children off in the middle of nowhere and then not report her missing when she refused to talk to you, even about the welfare of your children?
So I don't have to make further proofs that it happened.
That's a little bit weird.
They have understood that it was true, that I did drop my wife on June 17th at this gas station.
Like, they have like video evidence from the gas station?
I don't know what they have, but I know that they believe me.
How do you know
they
that?
believe you? How do you? Yeah, how do you know
because
that?
they have affirmed that they have had a sighting of Mama Jeff 2 days later at some other place that is totally in line with where I dropped her, and imagining that she has continued her way after this gas station.
Yeah.
So there is no question that she was with me on June 17th, and there is no question then that she was somewhere else.
And when you dropped her off, what was she with her? What was on her? What was on her person?
Well, I didn't quite remember what she was wearing, but now that they have had a sighting of her, and someone described her clothes as maybe because they saw her on the camera, I now remember that she did have some dark pants and a faux leather jacket, as they call it.
Oh, I hate faux leather. Faux leather pisses me off. It feels like freaking vinyl.
And she did have also a backpack with stuff that she was planning to use to survive in
just a
during her
backpack.
travel.
Can you describe the jacket more?
It was a jacket that was kind of the jacket you would expect on a homeless, poor person. A very ugly jacket.
The kind of jacket you would expect on a homeless, poor person. That's an interesting description there, JF. The kind of jacket you would expect on a homeless, poor person. All right, then.
Kind of looking like ridiculously cowboy-like or hobo-like.
How long has she had that jacket?
Hello.
I think she had it forever since we know each other, but it's not a jacket that she would wear in our relationship. It's a jacket that she had stored in our home, and she put it on at some point as part of her plan to leave and live on the streets or travel.
I am live streaming on YouTube and Twitch as well as TikTok. Just watching some videos right now.
The way she wanted to.
Oh, so you're saying that you wouldn't have any pictures of her wearing that jacket, or like people wouldn't have seen her in that jacket during the time that you guys were dating?
No, I've never seen her wearing that jacket except the day she left.
Okay.
That's interesting. So she put on this random jacket the day she left, all right? She just had this jacket hidden away in secret. This is my leaving JF jacket.
All right. So then she left. She took her phone with her when she left, right?
Yes.
And you guys were communicating throughout the day on June 17th, 18th, and 19th?
Maybe there was a day where we didn't communicate, but yes, I generally knew that she was okay during these 2 days.
How did you generally know that she was okay? Were you calling each other? Were you texting?
Well, because, for example, I don't know if we have a texting on the 18th, but we certainly have a texting on the 19th, which means that she was okay on the 18th also, you know.
It doesn't
can you
necessarily
show
mean that.
us your text, or can you send me the text? Because
No.
Why are you... Okay, whoa. Did some random 4.9 thousand YouTuber just ask somebody to send a text conversation to them that, like, has their phone numbers and shit in it? Wow. That's kind of ballsy there, Laura. Fuck, man. First of all, you're a nobody YouTuber. Second of all, you're gonna ask as fucking annoying as JF is, he is way larger than you. And you're just gonna ask him outright, oh, can you send me that text conversation? Wow. And what the fuck are you gonna do with it? The police have it already. What are you... She really does think she's gonna solve this shit.
This is something that's easily capturable by the police and that I couldn't possibly lie on. So
Right.
I don't think I need to make my case to the public showing some very private conversation that includes private elements to it.
Yeah, that's how that is incredibly inappropriate for her to have asked for that conversation. As even if I do think that he is absolutely a suspect in this disappearance, she is just some random YouTuber. She has no business asking for evidence in the case. Holy fuck.
But I don't think I need this
That
to
is
convince anyone
inappropriate
that
as all
this is
hell.
true. The police is able to capture our text anytime
you.
they want.
there's like this thing that you could do on your phone where it blurs out all of the
Oh, thank
messages
you.
except for one. So for instance, I text this loser named Amy, and I can like hide all of the text except for one and do this, and see like, hey, can you do that?
Stop pushing for it. Holy shit.
Well, pay attention now. Don't get distracted.
I am getting even more angry because I have to defend Jean-Francois fucking Garriépé. And I hate that fucker. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. I haven't liked him since I first found out about him 5 years ago. And now this dumb bitch is making me defend the fucker.
No, I'm not showing my phone.
Okay.
I am.
I'll stop. Sorry.
It is so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous as a request when even the police doesn't question this narrative.
Yeah, no, that's the police. First of all, like he just said, the cops don't even actually no, they do have it, but they're not questioning it. They have it as a timeline thing, but they're not actually questioning the validity of the texts, right? And she's like, oh, but can I have it? Can I see it?
They know that they could know, and it's not even if I was blurring or not blurring, they could get those messages from the cell phone company. They could check whether I'm lying.
Yeah.
And don't worry, they will. So no, I'm not going to show my cell phone to convince people on the internet.
No, and regardless of whether he's guilty as sin or not, he shouldn't have to show his cell phone on to random people on the internet. That is an absolutely ridiculous request of her to make, and absolutely out of line considering her level of like her level on YouTube compared to his level on YouTube, compared, like, not to mention this is evidence that sets up a timeline in an ongoing case that she is not a fucking investigative detective on. Like, this is inappropriate in so many ways.
You guys cannot believe me if you want for months, and then eventually you'll realize that you were wrong. I really don't care.
No, it's such a difficult situation, and there's so many
it's
men
such
who
a
have...
difficult situation. Yeah. Not this particular situation where you're asking for his fucking cell phone.
Been in a very similar situation where they were just loving partners to a woman, and the woman was either kidnapped or gone missing or just left, and the man was accused of some egregious crime. And then there's been other times when the man, you know, because stats. But then I also listened to your interview last night with Andrew about your feeling on stats.
Whoa,
and about
did she just... Because the man, you know, because stats. Holy shit, dude. How could you fucking smile about violent statistics?
Feeling on how it's parasitic to think about crimes in terms of stats when each crime is an individual offense. So I have a lot of empathy for your situation. I'm surprised that you're not more emotional about it.
Well, welcome to my life. I'm one of the least emotional men on earth right now.
What?
Just right now? Because you seem fairly normal to, like, in watching your other stuff. Like, you seem like a very cold person. You seem like somebody that would provide love and affection only if it benefited you. JF.
Why?
Like, generally, I am a low emotion guy. What people call a low affect person. I am a rational mind. That is what makes me a great scientist. I have great contributions to do to the world thanks to that aspect of my mind. And on the other hand, I can stay with my head on my shoulder in emergency situations like the one we are in right now.
Wow. There's being low affect, and then there's being fucking sociopathic. Just saying.
Shouldn't we be thankful that there are people like me?
This is
I mean,
painful.
you want someone like me to be your ambulance guy when you get a heart attack.
Yeah, absolutely. You seem very intelligent. You seem very calm, nerved. To be fair, I think some of the best nurses end up being serial killers, but so you know, just because you might be the best at saving someone's life doesn't mean you're
probabilistic bigotry.
Why did she just throw serial killer at him? Like, even I'm thinking it, okay? But if I got a chance to interview him, I'm not gonna throw that shit out at him. That's not how you do that. Jesus Christ, Laura, watch a couple of Explore With Us videos, for Christ's sake. Learn how to ask questions. Holy shitballs. What the fuck? Do I have to go into true crime shit now? Just to fucking... Oh my god.
I don't know what you think you can accomplish with this. It's not intelligent to do this.
No, it's not
intelligent to throw accusations completely freely, gratuitously. I could do the same accusation.
No, you just did. You literally just said, oh, well, just so you know, some of the best nurses turned out to be serial killers. So, like... what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I could come here and say there's lots of women who are crazy, so you're probably crazy too. But I don't do it because I respect you.
Accusations. I'm just saying that I think it's funny because the characteristics that you're highlighting, calm, nerved, which is good for stressful situations. It is true, but it doesn't also mean that you're not capable. But I mean,
what the fuck how to conduct a bad interview featuring Laura De Laguna. I'm sorry. Even if you have a bias against somebody, if you are interviewing them, you try the fuck really hard. Really, really hard. Especially if it's a true crime podcast and you're trying to get the actual, like facts and stuff, and you're trying to get information out of somebody. You do not do this. You do not sit there and tell them, oh, just because you're rational and calm doesn't mean you didn't kill somebody. That is not how you achieve what you want to achieve. How the hell did you get to 5,000 subs as a true crime podcaster and not know this? Like, did you not watch any other true crime people? Like Casual Criminalist, freaking Explore With Us, Red Tree Crime Stories, Stranger Stories, like all, like anything before you started your channel.
It means the human mind is interesting, and you would know this, right? You would probably know much, much, much better than me, as you are the doctorate in this, and I am I got a general education with some psychology, so I probably have a little bit less. Oh, anyway.
A little bit?
So, do you think, let's just take a break. Let's do some super chats, and we'll come back. We'll check this out. Okay.
So he totally killed his wife in the kitchen, right? Right? For literally 37 minutes, they've just started talking about it.
Why would your wife abandon her kids? I mean, I know you don't want to talk about kids, but can you at least acknowledge that is a crime? Like, why would she commit a crime? So we don't have to let's not talk about the kids, but why would she be okay with committing some egregious crime that harms others?
Listen, you're deluded.
Okay. I'm not. I'm really trying to be respectful. I'm not trying to be.
No, you're really not. You asked him for personal fucking information 2 minutes ago. Now you're saying it's a crime that she left the kids. She didn't abandon the kids. He's still there. It's not like he died or is out of the country and she just fucked off. Like, he's there. He's in the home. He is in the vicinity of the children. The children are with their father. She didn't abandon them. Like, she abandoned the family, yes, and no, that is not a crime. You cannot be charged with abandoning your family. You can be held civilly responsible if your spouse chooses to divorce you in absentia. But there's no crime for abandoning your family. Even if you, there's a crime for literally abandoning your kids if there's nobody at home with them, or you leave them with your friend forever and you just fuck off. But if they're with the father of whom you conceived the children with, no, she didn't abandon the kids in the sense of a chargeable offense. That is, again, stop making me defend Jean-François.
Rude at all. But seriously, how am I deluded? Because I'm trying. It is a crime.
Because you're attributing crimes to things that you don't understand at all. You don't even meet a standard of prima facie case for a crime. It is not a crime to travel. Is it a crime to go to LA? Is it a crime to...
You're a true crime podcaster and you don't know what prima facie is? Do you know what mens rea is, or actus reus, or jurisprudence, freaking like any of those terms? Do you know any legal terms?
To travel to LA.
Wait, hold on. What's prima facie? Could you explain?
Yeah,
to me?
exactly. You know nothing. You're stupid. You are extremely stupid. It's like worse than talking to a monkey.
I've never heard the phrase prima facie.
Yeah, because you don't know Latin and I don't have time to
Yeah.
teach you.
Right? You don't know Latin. You're a true crime podcaster and you don't know simple shit. His accent is personally offensive. It is to me too, Masked. It is to me too, but for different reasons.
No, you're right. I'm so stupid. Anyway, it's hard being this dumb sometimes, but thank you for having the patience.
It's hard being this dumb sometimes. What the fuck are you, Malibu Stacy, in real life? Don't ask me. I'm just a girl. Why don't I have alcohol? I'm not drinking moonshine. Don't even suggest it.
But I do know that it is a crime to abandon your kids.
No, it's
and Mama J seems like a really wonderful woman.
She didn't abandon the children in the sense that she could be charged with a crime. She didn't leave them at the park. She didn't stick them in the car and go shopping for 12 hours. She left them with their father.
And
oh my god.
Fuck, I triggered him that bad. He left. I was really trying. He rage quit. Okay.
You did great.
I tried my best, Aim.
You did great. No, you didn't. You.
He dropped, by the way.
What?
He DC'd.
Oh, he DC'd?
No, he dropped.
So he didn't rage quit. He disconnected.
No, he quit.
Oh.
He dropped the call.
Yeah. But did you hear that person in the background? You did great. Fuck. Oh my god.
You don't want to watch the rest of this because the two of them talking.
No, I'm not watching any more of that shit. Thank you. Oh, thank you. What am I doing? I am reacting to videos right now, and I'm so pissed off by what I just watched. I almost don't want to watch any more videos and want to go stab people. Okay, let's look at this body cam video. It'll make us laugh. So this fired teacher apparently showed up at a school staff party and lost her shit. So we're gonna watch it and laugh because that stupidity that I just watched made me very angry.
What's going on? We're just trying to make sure she doesn't drive home. All right. Okay. Well, that's very nice of them.
Yeah, the shit going on in Israel right now is fucked.
All right. Thank you, babe. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Do you know her?
Yes, so I'm the assistant principal. We're here having our end of year celebration.
Okay, so it's a staff party for grad, I guess.
One of our other assistant principals was her supervisor, and she had to let her go this year. And so when she saw her, she got very upset, started punching her truck, saying she wanted to kill her. And
Oh, punching the truck and saying that she wants to kill the person who fired her. That's good.
her emotion.
Right. Okay.
You fired her at the party? It's kind of shitty.
Okay. Thank you. Is this her car?
No, it's my boyfriend's car.
Oh, wow, she's done. It's my boyfriend's car. I can't talk 'cause I'm drunk as fuck and I just got fired.
Ma'am, what's your boyfriend's name?
I'm not telling you.
What?
I'm not telling you my boyfriend's name 'cause I'm drunk and I just got fired.
What is your boyfriend's name?
It doesn't matter.
We're trying to help you out, but okay.
But I'm not.
Hey, well, you don't gotta throw your water.
But I'm not.
Hey, we're trying to help you out, but okay.
But I'm not.
Hey, well,
Why did she just started talking and then stopped talking and threw her water across the...
you gotta throw your water.
No, I have to.
What's going on?
I have to throw my water.
Because I try to go in there and talk to a fucking principal.
What happened?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it matters to me. I'd like to know.
He's an
I
asshole.
want to try and help you out a little bit here.
I'm not driving.
I know. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, that's all.
Well, if you weren't fired before, you are now. Oh. Why is she punching?
Else's car, that's not yours.
Doesn't
Apparently not. Apparently you don't care. Ugh. Oh, it's buffering?
Yeah,
Fuck.
she goes to jail.
Ma'am, let's not do
Goddamn.
that.
Ma'am, hey,
Mom.
hey, look at me.
Mom.
Ma'am, look at me.
Mom.
This is your last chance. Look at me.
Mom.
Can you look at me real quick? I haven't get to talk to you.
Okay, we're back. Okay, good.
Can you look right here? Just focus on me. I've already talked to your boyfriend who's going to pick you up, and you get to go home, and then just do whatever you want to do the rest of the day. Right?
Yeah.
So just listen to me. All
So,
right? So
I'm
let's
the
stay
fucking
calm.
person.
Can you just hear?
Dude, shut up. Why are you How is she this drunk in, like, a school staff party? I didn't think they served alcohol at those.
It's fucking
I hear you.
bullshit.
I hear you, but please don't strike the vehicle anymore, or I'm
Mom.
gonna have to take you. Okay?
Mom.
What are you threatening me?
Mom.
I don't know if you want.
Patricia, come on. All right, can we just relax, please? We're giving you a
We're
lot of
helping you out.
opportunity here.
Come on. I'll fuck you up.
Nice.
Oh.
Threatening a police officer.
She'll
You
fuck
want to
them
go to
up,
jail,
huh?
ma'am? You
No,
wanna
I
go
want to
to jail
fuck
with
you up.
Oh, good. Good. Threaten the officers. Yes, yes. Say that you want to fuck them up. That's a brilliant idea.
us? So, ma'am, we were being very kind with you.
A chance.
No,
We gave you a chance, and now you are going to go to jail.
Right.
All right?
Right.
So, we're going to get you up. We don't need any more charges, right? So
Right.
please cooperate. Understood?
Come on,
I've
let's
been pretty
stand up.
kind to you so far. Let's stand
No.
up.
Come on.
I'm not seeing them.
Oh god. Why does alcohol turn people into children? I swear to God. That's what it does. It turns people into children. The end of your party, gloves come off.
I'm not seeing that.
Here, take this on for you. That are bag.
Come on.
Keep your hands right here. Hey,
Don't
Oh.
fuck with me.
stop.
Don't fuck with
with
me.
me.
Oh,
You're making this
Lord.
way worse.
I'm not.
Let go.
Stop.
Let go.
Don't fuck with me.
Let go, please.
Don't fuck with me.
Ma'am, let go.
Calm down.
Let go.
Let me get your purse.
Thank
Let
you.
me hold your purse.
Let go.
See, that's one of the staff that's with her, I think. She's trying to help her out. She's trying to help her out here, and this woman's just dead set on not helping herself.
Only
Let go. I will give it to her. Let go.
Let it
Let
go.
go.
Miss Felicia.
Let it go.
Stop. You gonna give it
Only Miss Felicia.
Okay.
Let it go.
Let's let it go, baby. I'm right here.
Got it?
Then I'll fuck
I
with
got
you.
Hush.
Stop, man.
Stop.
No. No.
Good.
No.
Why are you being this way?
No.
Why are you being this way? Nope.
This is this is why I don't understand this whole just drinking until you're absolutely belligerent. I just don't get it.
Nobody's messing
Don't
with you.
fuck with me. Don't
It's gonna have to
fuck
be
with me.
fixed, but we will.
Don't fuck with me. All right.
Yeah, bye. Hey, I'll grab it. Thank you.
You don't get it, right?
What?
You don't get the drinking to belligerence, but you do it. You just don't get it.
No, that's why I don't do it that much.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That much.
When's the last time I got drunk to the point of being like a complete cunt?
A year?
Right.
Still happens.
Don't fuck with me.
Come on.
Don't fuck with me.
I got smaller cocks than
I
you, bro.
said don't fuck with me.
I was trying to adjust.
You
I
said
said
don't fuck with.
don't
Nobody's
fuck with me.
fucking with you,
I
dude.
twist my arm.
Nobody's twisting. We're just trying to get you back here, okay?
No, bullshit. Bullshit. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Stop threatening the officers, dumbass. Jesus Christ.
All right. Well,
Why are people so
Really
stupid?
nice of a teacher.
Yeah, teacher. Ah.
Stop.
Ah.
Here, take it.
Dude, what is she on? What is it with the possessed people? Last night we had a possessed person. We have another possessed person tonight.
Let me go.
No. You're...
Stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with you.
Yep, definitely a possessed person.
Yeah. Look at her.
Would you like to... Oh my god. The fucking... When Ned Flanders takes himself to the psych ward, would you prefer to walk down the hall yourself? Or would you be dragged kicking and screaming? Kicking and screaming, please!
He's making real.
What? Oh, and of course I'm probably not going to be able to read it. What's your question? What's your question on Twitch there? Oh yeah, she probably has a flask, yeah. Yeah, they probably, she's definitely one of those teachers that has a flask in her purse. And of course, chat's not being shown to me on Twitch because the mobile app is a jerk. Okay. Ah! She's still going. Holy shit. She's like a punctured balloon. Ah! What the fuck does she think she's gonna solve doing that? Why? Am I watching Cops? No, I'm watching Body Cam Watch. It's a YouTube channel. They put up like different body cam stuff.
We gotta come up with a way to put the stream on the screen behind you. That would be helpful. I'll figure that out later.
Or if TikTok would just freaking make a Mac Studio app, that would also be helpful.
All right. Oh, boys in the back. Yeah. You alright?
No, I'm fine.
Oh my God,
I'm
she's
just pissed
still
because I
screaming.
kept trying to adjust them and then she would yank it. So.
Was it just when she would move it?
Yeah, then my handcuff key got stuck.
Oh, you redeemed side raises?
It was an operator.
Hold on.
Wasn't it?
I'm gonna see what I can do to find him real quick. If anything, hear me out. I'm dealing with your girlfriend screaming in my car, so I gotta be quick. Your keys will either be here with an officer or they'll
They
be at the police
literally
department.
can't
Okay?
even think with her screaming like that.
I understand. All right. Knock it off.
I'm fighting!
Pick it up.
I'm fighting you!
You want my harness thing?
Yeah, you did.
My man is on his way! My
No
man
more.
is on his way! Help!
3.
Go ahead!
Watch her.
My man is on his way!
Put your feet down.
5.
Yes, please.
No! My man is on his
6.
way!
Seatbelt.
My man is on his
7.
way!
Yeah, to get the
Oh,
car,
get
not
the
you.
fuck out of here!
6.
Come here.
8.
Come here! Come here!
9.
Come
10. Whew. Oh, good. She's screaming again. Yay.
Flag shop, Annie.
What a ridiculous woman. What a ridiculous, ridiculous woman. So, Audit the Audit put out a video today. A law student completely owns cops. So, I like Audit the Audit. So, we're going to take a look at this. Take a look at this. See what this law student does.
Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out
Welcome
the
to
who
Audit the
and
Audit.
what
I like
and
this
the
channel.
right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers anonymous tips, concealing identity, and securing residences, and is brought to us by Joel Martinez's channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve. In a video posted on September 14th, 2023, Officer Purtle of the New Mexico State University Police
Officer
Department responded
Purtle,
to an
huh?
anonymous call alleging that 19-year-old student Joel Martinez had carried a case of beer into his dorm room in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Shortly after Officer Purtle knocked on the dorm room door, Mr. Martinez began to film the encounter.
Okay, so this is a university police guy, I guess. And this is a student at his dorm.
I'm sorry, I can help you.
Is there anyone else in here?
No, it's just me.
Okay. You mind just opening the door that way I can see?
We're trying to...
Yeah, campus cop at the dorm talking to a student.
I just want to make sure there's no one else in there to start, and then I'll talk to you at all.
no, there's no one in there right now.
Okay.
All right.
Come out here and talk to me then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest with you. So we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
Is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name?
No,
and your badge?
I don't answer questions. Good answer. I don't answer questions. Good answer.
Number?
Officer Purtle, NMSU Police. You have an ID with you?
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you were walked in.
So it's like here that they said thing? It's like they said that he has, and that's how you're gonna articulate it.
So we don't have to go down this route. If you wanna go down this route, we can.
Well, I really don't, but like I'm studying right now. I'm doing homework. You knocked on my door. I'm out here. I want to know what's on. You say that they said that there's alcohol in this room. How can you articulate it though?
This guy's studying law. This is, you can tell right now. He doesn't even have to say it. He's just like, I'm studying, and he's not even saying what he's studying. He's just, I'm studying, and he's already speaking calmly, he knows exactly what he needs to say.
Okay, so that's why I'm here talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still need to ID you.
No.
And then we need to go from there.
You have to suspect me of a crime.
I do.
You realize that cops in New Mexico don't have qualified immunity, right?
I do that.
Okay, so from here on, let's just be careful with what you are about to do right now. You're saying that you want my ID, but right now you or yourself can articulate a crime that I've committed.
Thank you for the roses.
So
I already explained to you why I'm here. Why
okay,
I need your ID.
I know what you're here, but okay, is my ID gonna tell you if there's alcohol in that room?
I love that. That's good. Is my ID going to tell you if there's alcohol in the room? And I also love that he asked if he knew whether New Mexico police did not have qualified immunity. This kid is smart.
No, but I still need to identify you.
My name is Joel.
I need your first, last name, and your date of birth.
No, you don't.
I do.
No.
If you don't want to provide that,
you don't want to call Officer Donovan or one of your supervisors here?
Yeah, I can get a sergeant over.
Then call him up, because right now, this is not what you want to do right now, because this is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
Okay. All right. Let me get a sergeant over here. Okay.
Yeah.
In refusing Officer Pirtle's requests for his identity, Mr. Martinez argues that the anonymous report of him bringing alcohol into the dorm room is insufficient to establish reasonable articulable suspicion.
It is. If a police officer comes and says somebody said that you have that, like, it's not like they're saying, we have you on surveillance camera carrying a case of beer. He got a call that said somebody said that they saw.
In the 2000 case of Florida versus JL, the Supreme Court noted that, quote, unlike a tip from a known informant whose reputation can be assessed and who can be held responsible if her allegations turn out to be fabricated, an anonymous tip alone seldom demonstrates the informant's basis of knowledge or veracity. Right. Nonetheless, the court also recognized that, quote, there are situations in which an anonymous tip, suitably corroborated, exhibits sufficient indicia of reliability to provide reasonable suspicion to make the investigatory stop. In the JL case, officers detained an individual they suspected of possessing a firearm based solely on an anonymous call alleging that an individual matching his description at a particular bus stop was carrying a gun.
See, that's a problem. Like, you can't just, because people look alike, right? You can't just arrest somebody on a suspicion of looking like somebody based on an anonymous report. Also, anonymous reports can be used in many sorts of malicious ways. You can have a fight with a friend or somebody that you know and make an anonymous report about them and get them into trouble. So, yeah, anonymous reports alone should never be a thing that gets you into trouble.
The Supreme Court ultimately concluded that the detention was unconstitutional because the anonymous call involved in the case did not give rise to reasonable suspicion, as the tip now information, and therefore left the police without means to test the informant by a determinate person. In the 2011 case,
that's not a valuable, viable tip. If you say, I saw this person and they were in an area that is known to have drug deals go down, and I saw them interacting with somebody very briefly, and I saw an exchange, and like, that is more viable.
10th Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over New Mexico, noted that relevant factors when determining whether an anonymous tip exhibits sufficient indicia of reliability to provide reasonable suspicion to make an investigatory stop include, now quoting, whether the informant lacked quote-unquote true anonymity, i.e. whether the police knew some details about the informant or had means to discover them, whether the informant reported contemporaneous first-hand knowledge, whether the informant provided detailed information about the events observed, the informant's stated motivation for reporting the information, and whether the police were able to corroborate information provided by the informant. It is unknown whether the anonymous caller provided any information regarding their identity or their motivation for making the report, and
Right, so this anonymous tip was just a random, I saw this person go in there with alcohol. There wasn't, any detail, there wasn't any location, there wasn't any of that valuable information.
Unclear how much detail was provided during the call. However, it does not seem that the officers were able to corroborate any information provided by the informant, aside
What are you looking at here? I am watching videos on YouTube and Twitch, and I have my TikTok live stream up to try to get some traffic over to the YouTube and Twitch channel.
Martinez's appearance, which would support a conclusion that the tip was insufficient to establish reasonable suspicion. On the other hand, it does seem that the caller claimed to be reporting quote-unquote contemporaneous first-hand knowledge, as they alleged that they witnessed Mr. Martinez enter the dorm room carrying a case of beer, which would weigh in favor of the reliability of the tip. Additionally, as the Court of Appeals of New Mexico explained in the 2003 case of State versus Contreras, quote, in New Mexico, a citizen informant is regarded as more reliable than a police informant or a Crime Stoppers informant.
Interesting. A citizen informant is more reliable than a police or Crime Stoppers informant. Interesting.
Everyday citizens presumably have nothing to gain by fabrication, because
that makes sense. If they have nothing to gain, like witness protection or immunity from other crimes or reward, they will be less likely to lie.
As we do not know precisely what information the anonymous caller provided, it is difficult to predict how a court would decide in this situation, although Mr. Martinez would likely have a cognizable argument that the anonymous call alone did not furnish Officer Pirtle with the reasonable suspicion necessary to detain him.
Yeah, that's my roommate.
Okay. You want to just hang out here then?
Is he detained?
No, that's fine. I just don't want anyone else going in the room.
You could go in then. If he's not detained, he's free to go.
Yeah, he's free to go, but he can't go in the room.
Yes, he can.
No, not at this time.
Someone called and said that they saw us or me walk in there with a case of beer, but that's all they have. So
it's an investigation. I'm talking to him. He doesn't want to identify himself. So there's a sergeant on the way that's going to talk to him until this gets figured out. I don't want anyone to go in the room.
Is anything going to happen if I don't identify myself?
You can be arrested for concealing identity, yes.
I want you to say, if you don't ID to me right now, if I don't give you my ID, that you're going to arrest me. I want you to give me that ultimatum.
Just hold on. You want to wait?
Good job.
You wanted to wait to speak to a supervisor, so let's just do that.
Good boy.
Then, okay, thank you.
All right. Stay there with him. Appreciate it.
Good job. Way to say, I want you to say, if I don't ID, that you're taking me to jail. I like that. Good job.
Okay. So right now we have minor in possession of alcohol, possibly.
And he asked me if anything's going to happen if he doesn't give me his name and date of birth. I told him that potentially you could be arrested for concealing identity if we want to go that route. Okay, I want you to give me that ultimatum right here, right now. And he said that you're aware. Are you aware that MSU or that New Mexico doesn't have qualified immunity? Yeah. So he went down that route. So I think that's what he's trying to get at.
Hi.
Hi. Name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212. All right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
It's possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no?
I like that. Possible, yes or no. This kid knows his shit.
I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested.
Could. I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me, if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm going to arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because right now you're asking.
Yes.
And I have the right to say no. Because you're asking. It's not a lawful order. Okay. I need you to make it a lawful order.
You're being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not?
And if not, you could be considered concealing identity.
Mm-mm. This kid is smart. He is being very calm. He's not being obnoxious. He knows his shit.
Because New Mexico statute says that concealing of identity is a secondary charge. I would have to have been arrested or suspected of a crime. No, right now, you hear just hearsay.
Arrested or suspected.
Yes.
You're being suspected of having possession.
On what grounds?
Okay, so do you have any alcohol in your possession?
I don't answer questions. On what grounds?
What we're trying to do is we're trying to be cooperative with you and have you be cooperative with us and help us clear this matter up.
Okay, I gave him my name, Joel.
This is
you don't
awesome.
need my last name and you do not need my date of birth unless you want to run me for it.
Best games to play blind, for me, fighting games, because I like the sound cues. Even before accessibility in gaming became a thing, I would sit in front of the TV in the 90s, right between the speakers, so I could hear properly. I really enjoy fighting games, but now that more games are becoming accessible, there are different, like Forza, the new Forza was just made accessible. There's the Last of Us games. There's God of War Ragnarok. There's Diablo 4. Just a whole bunch of games are being made accessible now. I try to be a nice person.
Unless you want to run my name through your system. Are you trying to run my name through the system?
Do you have warrants for your arrest?
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. I'm asking questions.
Using their rules,
it's my Fifth
rules
Amendment.
against them.
Is it or is it
Exactly,
not?
Spittlebug.
So the next step in this process would be, would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that
Nope.
you have no alcohol in your possession?
Nope. I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay, very good. This is completely up to you how you want to play this.
You could get a warrant, or you could, or you have probable cause. Go ahead.
Right now, we do have reasonable suspicion that possibly a crime had been committed.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to investigate that.
Mm-hmm.
You're certainly welcome to refuse if you wish.
I know.
But we need to.
I love. He's like, I know. I know. I'm welcome to refuse. Thank you.
You do not present your identification, you can face a non-traffic citation.
No, I need that
Be
ultimatum.
cooperative
I will
with
give you my ID if you say that I'm going to go get arrested if I don't give it to you.
So you'll give us if we say that?
If you say that, yes, sir. Because that's already grounds for me to set up litigation against you.
So you want us to threaten
you? Want us to
yes, I want you to give me that ultimatum if you really want the ID.
threaten you. That's not how this is gonna
Why?
work.
Because you know you can't. You know you can because you know that opens up for litigation. And to make this clear, I'm detained right now, right?
Correct.
Thank you. Are you Googling the laws right now? Because that's really what you should be doing right now.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, continue reading
Are
the
you
statute.
sure you're okay with that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so here's why we need your name and date of birth. I'm going to read you the law because you are a law student, okay?
Sean, can you
According to
again,
New
you again?
Mexico, it's all being recorded.
Yeah, I know, but
My
those
body
are hard to
camera's
get.
running.
So I'm gonna use my own.
So concealing identity consists of states.
Okay, so your investigation is investigating that I'm in possession of alcohol, right?
That's exactly
Okay,
what
and
we
if I don't
said.
give you, if I give you my ID, is that gonna tell you if I do or do not have alcohol in that room?
Or
is it just a way
you
pathway
deny,
to find me with something?
No, the ID is so that we can identify who we are talking to. If you wish to deny us access to that room, that is totally within your rights.
I know.
But you refusing to identify yourself to us by name and date of birth, that is concealing identity.
Yeah.
Not if you're not. If you have that, like he said, it's a secondary charge. If you can't just charge somebody with concealing ID. Like if a cop walks up to you and says, "Hey, what's your name?" You don't have to tell them. That's just how that is.
Okay.
Okay, so just tell me
So,
that if I don't give you the ID, you're gonna arrest me. Just
Okay.
say it.
Show us your ID. We need to see your ID.
Or-
you will be arrested.
Thank you.
After Mr. Martinez repeatedly informs the officers he will not identify except under threat of arrest, Sergeant Lovelace tells Mr. Martinez that if he does not identify himself, he will be arrested for quote-unquote concealing identity. According to Section 30-22-3 of the New Mexico statutes, quote, concealing identity consists of concealing one's true name or identity with intent to obstruct the due execution of the law, or with intent to intimidate, hinder, or interrupt any public officer in a legal performance of his duty. The Court of Appeals of New Mexico concluded in the 1999 case of State versus Dawson that the statute, quote, requires a person to furnish identifying information immediately upon request, or, if the person has reasonable concerns about the validity of the request, so soon thereafter as not to cause any substantial inconvenience or expense to the police. However, in the 2021 case of State versus Aguilar, the Court of Appeals explained that the concealing identity statute is only applicable when officers have reasonable suspicion of criminal activity because, under the Fourth Amendment, quote, proof of reasonable suspicion to question a defendant is required to establish that the officer was acting in the legal performance of his duty. And
Right. Fourth Amendment. You can't just randomly be like, "Hey, I'm a cop. What's your name and what are you doing?"
And, now quoting again, unless the officer has reasonable suspicion to detain the suspect and question him about his identity, concealing one's identity is not a crime, and the individual is free to walk away. Therefore, if a court decided that the anonymous tip was insufficient to establish reasonable suspicion, it would almost certainly conclude that Mr. Martinez could not be convicted of concealing identity.
You got that right? Yeah, you got that. Pigs, fool, for real.
Why do you use that term?
Because what are you searching my, like?
We're not searching.
No, that's a
Go ahead and identify him real quick,
seize of
please.
my identification.
Just
Is
need
a
to confirm.
seizure of my identification, yes or no?
We just need to see who you are in order to
I
go
told you
for
my name.
investigation.
My
You gave
legal
us your
name.
first name.
What is my Joel? Not the legal name or what?
Joel what?
He has my ID. Go look at it.
Perfect. That's all we
Yeah.
needed. Thank you. Am I able to go in my room? No, not yet.
Jesus Christ. They won't even let the roommate go into the room. This is crazy.
For just a minute, please, guys. Okay, so he's denying us for consent to search. That's fine. But we have him ID'd, so we're going to make sure we take a report. We'll get that here in just a minute. All right.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Joel.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good. You guys can go to your. Thank you. If we really wanted to push the issue, we could stop and lock the room down and get a search warrant. But we have an anonymous complaint. So.
Oh, and now everybody's
really kind of one of
out.
those things that's up in the air. We don't want to do that.
Sergeant Lovelace claims that the officers would be within their authority to lock the room down and obtain a search warrant to look for the beer. Under the Fourth Amendment, a search warrant cannot be issued without probable cause, and it seems unlikely that the officers would be able to obtain a warrant to search the dorm room in this situation. In the 2001 case of U.S. versus Tudor, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals held that an anonymous call alleging that an individual was making pipe bombs in his garage and an ATF agent's corroboration of information the tipster provided about the suspect's appearance, residence, cars, and child were insufficient to furnish probable cause to
There was somebody reported that somebody was making pipe bombs. Jesus. Some of these court cases that audit cites. Holy shit.
issue a search warrant. In reaching this conclusion, the court noted that, quote, the anonymous tip standing alone provides virtually nothing from which one might conclude that the caller is either honest or his information reliable, and that, now quoting again, the minimal corroboration of innocent, readily observable facts was insufficient to establish the veracity or reliability of the caller, or to link Tudor with the allegation that he was making pipe bombs in his garage. As the officers in this situation only had suspicion based on the anonymous call, and they did not seem to be able to corroborate any predictive information, it is more likely that a court would conclude they did not have the probable cause necessary to secure a warrant. However, if they did have probable cause, they would likely be within their authority to lock the dorm room down and prevent entry while obtaining a warrant. In the 1984 case of Segura versus United States, the Supreme Court concluded that, quote, securing a dwelling on the basis of probable cause to prevent the destruction or removal of evidence while a search warrant is being sought is not itself an unreasonable seizure of either the dwelling or its contents. Similarly, in the 2001 case of Illinois versus MacArthur, the Supreme Court determined that officers did not violate the Fourth Amendment by preventing a citizen from entering his home for 2 hours while securing a warrant when they had probable cause that the home contained illegal drugs, and had good reason to believe that if the citizen was permitted to enter the residence, he would destroy the drugs before the officers could return with their warrant.
Okay, so that does make sense. So, but if they can't, this is an interesting case, because both of these guys could be considered in the wrong by
while the
court.
officers likely did not have probable cause to obtain a search warrant, if they did have probable cause, they would likely have the constitutional authority to prevent the students from entering their dorm room until a warrant could be obtained.
Oh, wait, they're right here. Hey, bro. I'm gonna stand right here.
Okay,
just listening.
Yeah, you're listening? Mm-hmm. All right, anything else I can help you guys with?
We just danced.
You're just gonna stand around and get paid?
Yeah, sure.
You're just gonna stand around and get paid, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can just prove some braces. I'm gonna get complaints on both of your.
This is crazy. Like, they're just trying to listen to what he's saying. Wow.
But Chief Donovan's gonna know about because he knows who I am.
Chief Donovan knows you.
Chief Donovan knows who I am.
Okay, very good.
All right.
So we're not gonna argue with you. Have a nice day.
Get the out of here.
Well, this is actually a common area, so we're allowed to be.
Yeah, go work. I pay you for something. Yes, I
Why
pay
are
you
you
for something.
doing
Get out of here. Because you got my ID for no reason, brother.
Oh, okay.
Get the out of here.
Have a nice day, sir.
After completing the interaction with Mr. Martinez, the officers left the dorm without any further incident.
Yeah,
While
bet
it
they
is
did.
uncertain whether Mr. Martinez filed a complaint with the New Mexico State University Police, he informed the officers that he would be speaking with Chief Donovan about the encounter. Additionally, although Mr. Martinez indicated several times during the interaction that he intended to file a lawsuit against the officers, as of the date of writing this episode, a complaint has yet to be filed. However, it would be fairly unusual for a lawsuit to be submitted so quickly after an encounter, and it is entirely possible that Mr. Martinez will be initiating legal action at a later date. Overall, the New Mexico State University officers get a B-, because although it is possible that a court could conclude their demand for Mr. Martinez's identity was not justified by reasonable suspicion, they mostly maintained a calm and professional demeanor, even when faced with disrespectful and condescending language from Mr. Martinez, and fully recognized Mr. Martinez's right to refuse a search of his dorm room. However, after realizing that their investigation of the anonymous tip did not yield sufficient evidence to make an arrest, I personally believe that the officers should have accepted Mr. Martinez's refusal to identify himself and moved on. Instead, they became preoccupied with obtaining his identification for their report, despite the limited probative value of that information. As Mr. Martinez pointed out, having his identification did nothing to help the officers determine whether or not there was alcohol in the dorm room, and by threatening to arrest him if he did not identify himself, the officers potentially ran afoul of the Fourth Amendment. And while the officers did exhibit some promising behavior, and I commend them for their poise and patience when dealing with Mr. Martinez's insults, I would also encourage them to rethink their reliance on compelled identifications in situations like these. Mr. Martinez gets an A for strongly asserting his constitutional rights by refusing to answer questions, denying the officers' consent to search his dorm room, and declining the officers' requests that he identify himself, while ultimately identifying himself once Sergeant Lovelace issued an order to do so. Although Mr. Martinez certainly could have been more respectful in some of his comments to the officers, he remained well within his First Amendment rights throughout the encounter, and was free to use his liberty to express his distaste for the officers' actions in the language he employed. That being said, in future encounters, I would suggest that Mr. Martinez keep in mind that reasonable suspicion is determined based on the facts known to the officer, and that officers are typically not...
that's true, Blake Starr. If he's a law student, I doubt he'd be stupid enough to carry open alcohol. Required
to articulate the basis of their reasonable suspicion to the individuals they detain. Accordingly, if a court determined that the officers in this situation had reasonable suspicion based on certain facts about the anonymous tip that were not shared with Mr. Martinez, it could also conclude that he was obligated to identify himself. On the whole, however, Mr. Martinez did an excellent job in defending his rights, particularly for someone of his age, and I encourage him to continue his legal studies. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out my second channel for even more police interaction content.
He did a very good job for being a kid and just studying the law. He did great. Alright, I said I was gonna play some Mortal Kombat, but it's almost midnight and I feel very, very tired, so I'm gonna save that for tomorrow's stream before my orientation and mobility lesson. So come by that, twitch.tv/blindpress or youtube.com/blindpress. Give a sub and a follow, and I will see you guys tomorrow for that stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, had a good time. Thank you guys for watching on all channels, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.